What's up, gamers? We're gonna be playing some Higurashi today. Some chapter 7. Chapter 7. Get out of dead body storage box. That's called my home. That's called my bed. I can't get out of there. Always. Every night. Every morning, really. Right? But, hi! We're gonna be playing Minagoroshi. Last time we found out that Rika has been trapped in a perpetual time loop for who knows how long. Many years. Isn't that wonderful? And then she also has an imaginary friend. That's also really cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I remember this. No. We load this one. Yeah, either way, Keiichi did the right thing. And he actually realized what was happening. He believed in Rika without, like, understanding what was going on. Which is very noble of him. Hopefully things continue to go very well. Hold on, I might have to change my audio. Hold on. It's so freaking loud. Okay, there we go. What? Who? What? Where? I know, I've heard some people mention it before, but they're serious about that? This world always has a lot of nice suggestions, but they're mostly out of politeness, right? They're just something you laugh off and reply with. That would be nice. Oh, the pug! Well, get off! Get off! Hi! Those ideas generally end as jokes, so it's crazy when they turn real. What are they talking about? Yeah, I'm serious. Uncle Yoshiro was giving you a ton of praise, too. He said it was amazing how well that pop-up pirate game went at the toy store yesterday.
I had no idea. No idea that you could play a game like that. I should mention that some of the kids around my table wanted to play with you, too. Keiichi's a genius when it comes to playing games.
You know, I wasn't just playing around. I was giving it my all. Because I had no choice but to win. I guess we made it look like a lot of fun for the audience, though. Interesting that... Why is Shion here? What? Why is Shion here? Shion was not here last time, right? Like, at the school? Maybe I'm misremembering. You definitely have a blast no matter what club activity you're doing, Kei-chan. The coach was saying that the Hinamizawa fighters would be so happy if you joined the team. Wait, no. No, she was here. She was here last time, right? That's very true. Dr. Iri had nothing but great things to say about you at the meeting last night, Mayabara-kun. Yeah. The pop-up pirate game was the one where Shion went crazy. Wait! Oh my god, you're right! Hold on. Shion was here, but she was only here when she was disguised as Mion. She was never here as herself. So that's different. That's different.
You have the ability to bring people joy, and far more than you think you do.
You think so? This old man didn't mention your name just because you're his friend. He did it because he's confident you can do the job.
I was there at the meeting too, and no one was against the idea.
Mayabara-kun, you honestly do have a good reputation around the village. I've heard good things about you in Okinomiya too. Why are they talking about his reputation right now? How did this even get brought up? What you did in the... Right, that, okay. What you did in the match between the Hinamizawa fighters and the Okinomiya Titans was legendary.
It really was incredible. The reporters were there to see Kamada-san, but they were more impressed by you. They're
talking about that rigged baseball match I set up with Kamada-kun. Wait, so that happened here too? Okay, so that happened, and that happened, and that happened. They're all colliding. They're all colliding together into the same timeline. The public did end up believing that talented pitcher walked me out of fear for my insight. Kamada-kun and I entered a strange relationship since then. I'd really rather not talk about it right now.
What do you think, Keiichi-kun? I think you can do it. I'm backing you up too. I definitely think you should be in charge of the Watsunagashi Planning Committee.
Watsunagashi is an annual village festival held in June. No way. This is the first time I'm hearing about this. It's supposed to be the biggest event in the village, and most of the people living here gather together for it. Wow, new info. Let's go. Since this is a major event, they always organize a committee to plan out the festival a few months in advance. The festival's only 2 weeks away, and I just moved to this village. But now they want me to join that committee? Look, first of all, I don't even know what you do in the committee. You don't need to be too concerned about it. The job we unanimously want you to fill is hosting the auction. Whoa, what the hell is that? You want me to sell bananas or something?
Well, let me explain. We're holding an auction event for the first time this year. We're going to auction off donated items just to see how it turns out.
Kind of a long story behind it. We want to do something in which everyone can participate, using donated items as prizes. But the elder members decided to distribute the prizes using something other than a lottery, for their own reasons. To put it simply, our hag of a grandmother let her temper get to her, and wouldn't back down after that. She didn't really consider any specifics. Yep. Anyway, we had to come up with how to utilize those donated items. It's so weird to see them side by side, since it's so rare for that to actually happen. At that point, we thought of doing an auction. Oh my gosh, there's all 3 of them.
That sounds like fun. You might be able to get something good for a really cheap price. It's fun just to watch the show, too. The items were all donated, so they were free, huh? That committee sure is good at making money. The profit will be going into the beer fund for the village committee's winter getaway trip.
Wow, I don't think that's very useful, is it?
It's not fair.
You're not ready for beer yet, Rude-san. I think I understand what's going on now. But still, I've never done anything like it before.
I'm sure you can do it, Keiichi-kun. I bet you'd do really well if they told you you'd get to keep 10% of the profits.
Well, yeah. If I can gain something for producing results, then I'll do my best at it. Oh, welcome, Perception! Hi! Welcome to the VIP club, where you can now post links. Although, hopefully I won't have to take that away from you if you misuse it. Okay?
On the other hand, you might be facing a dreadful penalty game if you don't produce anything.
Wait a minute, Satoko. Why would I agree to a risky deal like that? Don't forget, they're the ones asking for my help. I'm a very busy guy, you know. Try asking my agent first. Agent. Alright, Kei-chan. You want some kind of compensation? We can talk about it. Really want you to be a part of this. We can make a deal. That sounds interesting. Wonder what I should ask for.
We're always talking about punishments, but it's our first time talking about a reward. That's true. We're always fighting for something, huh?
Brenna's right. The whole purpose of our club activities is to escape the punishments we come up with. Even if we win, we never get a prize or a reward for it.
Keiichi has no idea how to respond to something that sounds too good to be true.
What is going on? I can't freaking read today.
Maybe Mi-chan can come up with a good idea. It's hard to decide on what you want, isn't it?
Let me see. How about this? An admission ticket to Angel Mort's dessert fiesta. Don't be too cheap, sis. Why don't you give him 3 years worth of admission? That's crazy.
Hey, that sounds more like a deluxe reward to me.
But some people pay lots of money for that ticket. Are you sure you can hook me up with 3 years worth of admission? Of course I can. But you have to do a good job.
I'm sure he will. With Keiichi-kun there, it's going to be heaps of fun.
I feel the same way. I'm really looking forward to the auction now.
Yeah, you could probably get people to line up for takoyaki that doesn't even contain octopus.
Hey, takoyaki without octopus? That's impossible. Yeah, it's called the scam. That's the scam. That's the point, Keiichi. No, I'm pretty sure you could do it.
Yeah, he'd probably say it was a healthier kind of takoyaki.
Are you making fun of me or what? Okay, back to work for me.
Bye! Have fun!
Don't work yourself too hard. Get some water and food, okay? So what do you think, Mayabara-kun? Think you'll do a wonderful job? Jay-sensei was also on the committee. She must have backed up Mion's suggestion when she brought my name up at their last meeting.
I'd also love to see what kind of magic you can do. Mipa.
A good auction always depends on how good of a speaker the host is.
Sounds like it's going to be Keiichi Maibara's big show. It'll be so much fun just to watch.
Hey, I haven't accepted the offer yet.
Don't worry, Keiichi-kun. You can do it.
You're saying that because you don't have to.
Oh, that's not true.
Principal suddenly opened his mouth.
Mayabara-kun, my opinion, you'll do a fine job.
Oh, thanks, guy.
As a man, isn't it your responsibility to meet people's expectations?
Okay, don't freaking pressure him into it. If I had to, I'm sure I could do it. Miona's made me do so many different things for the club, and I've learned a lot from that. Besides, this would be the first time I'd get a reward without having to worry about punishment. It should be fun, too. This was the first time so many people were counting on me like this. To be honest, it made me pretty happy. Still, I was worried about getting dragged into something that required a lot of work. I couldn't erase that thought from my mind. But I was in Hinamizawa. People in this village would never do anything to betray me. That's honestly so funny. Considering he's been, like, attempted murdered, he's been actually murdered, he almost got run over by a truck, like, so many instances where, like, that happened. They generally believed that it would do a lot to liven up the festival if I became the host of their auction. I've only been here for a short period of time, but I know that the people here are honest and kind. Oh my god, stop. Oh my god, you can't joke like that, Keiichi. That's so funny. Fine. As a man, I'm going to do it. I'll take care of it. Wait and see. I'll make it the greatest auction in the world. Don't forget to get me that Angel Mort pass. I'll make sure to do a good enough job that I'll deserve 10 years worth of tickets. Good for you, Kei-chan. Everyone gave me a round of applause. Yay! Good job, Keiichi. Yay! Woo! How many times had this happened in my life? Not once. This was the first time I'd ever been applauded. By the way, I'm surprised no one disagreed with the suggestion at the meeting. There are lots of old people in the village committee. I'm a young guy who only just moved here. I've known for a while that Mion has a lot of influence locally, but I couldn't believe that everyone in this committee would just accept me like that. Oh, hydrate. Thank you. Wonderful, thank you. And also posture. But I've been doing really good about posture, I think. I think I've been doing good. And I'm doing better with hydration as well. I think I've been doing a good job. Also, I am wholeheartedly believing that this entire village is so freaking dead set on murdering Keiichi. They're making him the leader, the speaker of the auction, and he's gonna freaking die at Watanagashi. Someone's gonna die at Watanagashi. You know, all the rules that we learned about. Like, I don't know. I don't know. They're gonna bid on who gets to kill him. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Or like they're gonna bid on selling him or something. Most of them are just, are that kind of hard-headed old people. But the new generation is gradually taking over, you know. We won the dam conflict, and now we're aiming to build a new era and grow more and more prosperous. That's why we value the involvement of young people and people from outside the village too.
You're young and you're from the city. You also have a good reputation, so you're the perfect guy for this.
I have a good reputation, huh? I have no idea why so many people have heard of me.
It's something to do with Mei-chan's punishments, I think.
I knew it. Ah ha 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 ha. Hee hee ha ha. Alright then. I'll call your parents about it tonight, so please let them know when you get back home today, okay? I'm sure my parents will have no problem with it. They won't have any objections to raise, at least. They might ask me why my name was brought up, though. Chia-sensei and the principal went back to the teacher's office after the discussion ended. That felt so orchestrated. I'm so freaking sus. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel so freaking sus about that entire what's going on. 1, it's Watanagashi. 2, we just began a new chapter. Like, something's gonna go wrong. Something's not right. Right? Yeah. We were in the middle of a lunch break at the moment. Chia-sensei and the principal had come along together. Mion scared me by saying they all had something to talk to me about. Stomach wasn't digesting my lunch particularly well. Eyebrow-san, I heard everything. Good for you. It's a big honor being chosen by the village committee. Hey there, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. I'd love to give that honor to you. No, thank you. I wouldn't be able to handle it. Realized that the whole class was talking about me. They're saying how fun Watanagashi was going to be, and how high their expectations were for it. It's so funny every time they talk about Watanagashi being fun, and how everyone is so nice and cool, and nothing bad ever happens. Like, stop! Stop! You know! You freaking know. I'll be honest, I may be insane. I may be insane, but I still believe it's not real. It's not freaking real. I don't know. I was so dead set on it being like a mystery I need to solve, but I think we've tipped over and we are fully on the supernatural side at this point. And sums up. That's all I gotta say. This sums up. It's more than a freaking disease. It's more than that, I think. Or something. Yeah. I might have taken on a huge responsibility. I need to do my best to succeed at it. By the way, I forgot something. My granny made tons of ohagi. She told me to give them to my classmates. Oh my god, we're doing this too? No. 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 Is there gonna be a freaking needle in it? Is there gonna be a freaking needle in it? I still don't understand. So that the thing that he thought was a needle wasn't a needle. It was actually like it was something that accidentally fell into it. Or no, it was the spicy part. It was spicy. One was spicy and the rest were sweet. And he got the spicy one that he thought was a needle. Right? That's what quote unquote happened. Mion clapped her hands as she remembered and took a box out of her bag. She opened the lid, letting us see a bunch of ohagi neatly packed inside.
Wow, there really are a lot. I think there might be enough for everyone in the class to have one. Oh, they look so yummy and cute.
For some reason, my granny is very good at making ohagi.
That's because Sohei used to love them.
Sohei? Who? Oh yeah, I heard my Gramps used to like ohagi. Gramps. Oh, okay. He ate tons of them.
For your grandma, ohagi is something that makes her remember your late grandpa, huh?
You think so? I thought Gramps liked canned food. You don't like canned food, do you, Shion?
What? Is that true? Why so?
Well, it's because of the smell. I just don't like the smell of the metal.
Oh, is that so? After always forcing me to eat my squash, it turns out you too have something you can't eat.
It's just canned. It's a preference, I guess. I don't know. Tell you the truth, she hates canned food because... Huh? Come on, sis. Don't you dare tell anyone. I don't know what's going on, but it seems Mio knows a secret about Shion. Tell it to us. Go on. The reason why Shion doesn't like canned food must have been something pretty funny. Two sisters battled for a while. I have no idea what. The only thing I can think of is that she was like force-fed it or something. Like cat food or something. The machine gun knee kicks Mio launched from the close quarters weren't bad. But I don't think she suspected Mion to land a capture suplex off it. Yes, Shion is the stronger of the two siblings. I'd rather tell you the truth than have to hear it from sis. See, there's this bad guy named Kasai, who once told me, when I was still young and innocent, that there's sometimes human meat mixed in with canned food. Why would he say that? Oh my gosh.
I've heard of an urban legend like that before.
Me too. I once heard there's dog meat mixed into beef bowls and worms inside burgers.
Are you serious? I can never eat beef bowls or burgers again after hearing something like that.
You see, Satoko? It was a very traumatic thing for me.
You have my sympathy, but I still have yet to forget about how you made me eat a full-course squash meal. You need to let go of that one. That meal was delicious.
Because we're talking about this, I'm starting to get worried there might be something mixed into this ohagi. Stop! Stop! Stop it! This freaking guy who wrote this knows exactly what he's freaking doing. He knows. He knows. He's just pointing a freaking finger at us, being like, haha, they don't know, but you know, and you can't do anything about it. Haha. Oh my god. Oh? Well, at least with the ohagi I brought. Can't really be sure there's nothing else inside. Ohagi that Mion brought. When you consider that, it's only natural to suspect she probably did something to them. What's going on? Felt like I was forgetting something. I didn't remember anything I was forgetting. It's like one of those deja vu moments. Never been in this situation, but my mind was telling me that I'd been here before.
What's wrong, Keiichi?
Nothing. He knows! He knows! He remembers! He's escaping the Matrix! I just feel like Mion has given me ohagi before. This is the first time, right?
Is it, Mi-chan?
I think this is the first time. Must be mistaking it for something else.
According to my memory, this is the first time Mion-san has brought ohagi to school.
Rika knows. Rika knows. Rika knows. Ah, I know. You're being cautious because these are from this old man, aren't you? That's nothing to brag about. I think you should be reflecting on your regular behavior. You're right. I wouldn't feel this way if Rena brought me ohagi. Rena's really good at cooking. They're small, but very carefully made.
Huh? I've never made a ohagi before.
What? What was I saying? Oh my god. Why did I say that Rena had made a ohagi before? Why would I know that Rena makes her ohagi small but neatly? I had no idea where that memory was coming from. I can only assume it was an error in my brain. Moon was saying that this is her first time bringing ohagi to class. I tilted my head in confusion. Everyone started reaching inside the box. Rena took out one for me, put it on a lid. Oh my god, he's gonna have like PTSD with the thing, and he's gonna put it to his mouth and he's gonna be like, ah, needle. Oh my god. I stared at it closely. What was I so concerned about? Yun said that I was probably concerned that she did something to the ohagi. But it wasn't quite that. I really didn't know how to explain it. Felt like I was forgetting something important. I'd forgotten something important. And all I had was the obligation to remember it. In front of me was nothing but a single ohagi that came from Mion's house. I was frustrated, but I really couldn't think of anything. There's no way I could remember it, because I didn't know anything. Oh.
Keiji, you've been staring at your ohagi for a long time. What's the matter?
Oh, it's just, I'm experiencing deja vu. Don't you get it sometimes? Oh, only all of the time. It's your first time seeing something, but you feel like you've seen it before.
So, you feel like Mion has given you ohagi in the past?
I'm sure it's just my imagination. Mion just told me that she never brought ohagi to me to school before.
Keiji, you can't have memories of what didn't happen. Do you remember something? I'm sure it really happened before.
Rika-chan told me something strange. I didn't usually take her random comments seriously, but ever since I saw her making those predictions in the toy store, I've been curious about her special powers. Felt like she was telling me something deep. It's weird to hear that from you, since you're so great at making predictions. Are you talking about the cycle of reincarnation or something?
I don't know much about religion. I just want to tell you that if you know something, if you know about something, that's something that happened to you. I want you to try and remember what happened.
If you know about something, that's something that happened to you. I don't know if I agree with that. Because false memories exist in so many different ways. Memory is very unreliable. Unfortunately, very unreliable.
I didn't want you to treat it like you're just mistaken. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I guess? I was a little surprised by how serious she sounded. I always thought that Rika was just an innocent girl who fooled around all the time, saying things like meep and nipa. But all of a sudden, she seemed like a totally different girl. Was I supposed to take it as a joke? The serious look on her face told me it wasn't the time for jokes, though. That's what you're telling me, then I guess I got ohagi from Mion in a previous life. Aww, she smiles.
I won't make fun of you, so please tell me everything. Why did me give you that ohagi?
The more I think about it, the more I think it's just my imagination. Maybe it was just a dream. And then she frowns.
I don't care that if it was just a dream. You must remember something. Please tell me.
What was up with her? She seemed so curious about it. I didn't think this story was that interesting. Her asking so much started making me feel uncomfortable. Still, something told me that I needed to talk to Rika-chan about everything I could. Maybe she could predict my future by reading my dreams. I should tell her everything. After all, she's the shrine maiden for Oyashiro-sama. Hi, Balzac. Don't call him Balzac. Jesus Christ. Balserzak. Yeah. All the soundtracks almost every song is freaking good. I wouldn't say like it slaps, but it's good. It's good. Well, I think I skipped school that day. I had a cold or something. My memory was scattered all over my brain, like powder. Yeah, I think this is a new song. I could see myself standing in front of the door. Mion was there, and someone else was standing there too. I think it was Rena. Mion brought me a Ohagi so I would get better. I think she told me that her grandma made it, just like today.
And then?
Well, then I ate that Ohagi after they went back home. Then I found something inside the Ohagi. Oh, I'm sure I saw it in a comic book or something. It's mixed up in my memory, but I'm pretty sure I read it somewhere in some comic book. Because it can't be true. Oh. Oh my god.
Geiji, tell me what happened. What did you find inside the Ohagi?
Well, I read this scary comic book when I was little. There was a sewing needle inside of somebody's burger. You remember what Shion was saying just now? It can be traumatic to hear a story like that when you're young. I didn't remember much about that comic. I think it was about this girl who had an accident and held a grudge against the person who caused the injury on her face. It's a really cheap plot now that I think about it. Since I was still a little kid, that comic really scared me. In one chapter, the girl casts a curse on the guy's food. He eats a burger with sewing needles inside it, and he goes all, yeah, something like that. Still freaks me out. The image was so grotesque and shocking to me. That grew into a kind of trauma. For a while, I searched for sewing needles in my food every time I ate something. Couldn't eat burgers for a while for that reason. My parents got concerned, and my hunger overcame the trauma. Eventually, that experience disappeared into the flow of time. I'm still a little worried about sewing needles every once in a while. I don't think about it all the time, of course. It'd be pretty rude if I poked at my food while eating lunch with you guys, wouldn't it? Of course, I know that no one would actually put a sewing needle inside my food. I see. Okay, so now things make a little more sense.
But you're still a little scared?
Well, maybe I am somewhere inside my heart.
So, you saw a sewing needle inside the Ohagi that Mi gave you?
You saw a sewing needle inside of one? Yeah, I did. Inside that Ohagi, there was a needle, just as I feared. Why was I telling her about something that was just my imagination? Mion and Rena came to see me when I took a day off school when I was sick. That never happened, so obviously my brain was just making it up. But I spoke to Rika-chan, but she said she wouldn't make fun of me.
Are you afraid of this Ohagi now? Do you feel like there might be a needle inside? Is that why you're not eating it?
I realized that Mion and Rena were also looking at me. They were wondering why I was staring at the Ohagi without eating it. Oh, you don't like Ohagi, Kei-chan? If you don't have to eat it. Mion was assuming I didn't like Ohagi. She felt bad for forcing me to eat something I didn't like. In turn, I felt guilty seeing the sad expression on her face. Sis, he must be convinced that you put something in it. I immediately denied Shion's remark. No one else will understand what I'm saying. Even I didn't know. No, I know for sure there's no sewing needle inside this Ohagi. A sewing needle? Why would this old man put something like that in there? Of course you wouldn't. You're not the type to visit and bring something with you out of pure generosity. You might play a trick with Tabasco sauce or something, but you'd never put needles inside. You'd never do something as dangerous as that. I know you would never do such a thing. For now. For now, he knows it. I grabbed the Ohagi with my hand. So I brought it in front of my mouth. Felt the need to check it, just in case. I told myself clearly, "Hey, you wimp. When are you going to stop being scared of that stupid comic book? Mion brought these ohagi to treat everyone in class. There's no way she'd put needles inside of these." Forced that stupid memory out of my brain and munched on the ohagi. It's delicious. Of course it is. There wasn't a needle inside, was there? No way. I'm really sorry. I was just caught up in a traumatic experience I once had. My heart had stopped pounding, and I felt relieved. The next moment, I got the urge to say something to Mion. It wasn't the right thing to say. I just felt like I had to say it. "Hey, Mion?" "Huh? What is it?" The ohagi was delicious. "Huh?" I'm glad I brought them then, even though they were really heavy. I didn't know why I wanted to tell her again that the ohagi was delicious, but I was glad I said that to her. Because I think that's what he wished he had told her in a previous chapter when he remembered. He was like, I wish I could have told her that it was good. You know? I along with a lot of other stuff he wished he said. I was finally released from that odd feeling. Well then, since Kei-chan overcame his fears and ate the ohagi, you should eat this squash, Satoko-chan. It's so soft and sweet.
How can that lunchbox always be so full of squash? You're going to give me a traumatic experience. Chi-chan is trying so hard to stop Satoko-chan from hating squash.
She's so passionate about it. Maybe she sees her Don't even. Maybe she sees her as her future little sister, ha ha ha. Oh my goodness gracious, don't even. Shion, I don't think she is capable, even when not insane. She is not capable of being a good older sister. I just don't think so. I mean, maybe, but no. No trust. No trust. Distrust, actually. This is going too well, and I'm not happy about it. There's no way it will continue like this. Something's going to go wrong. It has to. We're not in the final chapter yet. By the time I finished eating my ohagi, we returned to our usual fun lunchtime. What shoe could possibly drop? Well, at Watanagashi, of course, something is going to happen to Keiichi. That's all I got right now.
Keiichi, what if?
What if what?
What if you really do see a needle inside your food? What would you do?
That's not going to happen. Don't you threaten me, Rika-chan.
Keiichi, what if it really happens?
Rika-chan looked at me with a serious face as I joked around. It's gotten into her lately. Stop it. It's not going to happen, and I don't believe it will. I had just overcome my stupid trauma after all that. That's why I had made that firm statement.
I understand. Keiichi, I'm sorry I'm asking you so much. If you see a needle inside your food, it's definitely some kind of mistake. Please don't ever believe that it's me's fault.
You're just trying to tell me not to be suspicious of Mion, right? Of course I won't. I would never be suspicious of my friends. Oh goodness. I raised my fist in the air. Rika-chan finally looked happy. She smiled as if she was relieved by my words. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. Not at all. A certain great disaster, perhaps. Perhaps you may be onto something, East. Yay, school over. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Yippee, 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 yippee. Well, oh yeah, Rika-chan going home. The items donated for the auction were gathered at the Furude Shrine. So much stuff here. I expected to see old towels and old furniture. There are way more things than that.
I even see TVs and refrigerators. These are pretty new too.
I'm impressed. Impressed, huh? I got some donations from the stores my family owns. Some of them were display products or leftovers that they can't sell, but they're still practically brand new. If you don't mind something a model behind. What? What? You don't mind something a model behind. They're incredible, right? I don't get it. That is not a real sentence. You don't mind something a model behind. Oh, an older model. Got it. Got it. I was like, what? I was thinking about like an actual mannequin model thing. Got it.
Seeing how the sun bleached the brand new sticker on these appliances are makes me feel kind of sorry for them.
Oh no, Satoko. That's actually a big selling point. Even if it's a little faded, people feel better using brand new tools than they do items someone else used.
Me, youngsters these days are sure are picky. I don't really care whether it's new or not. All I care about is the price.
Rena-san, you seem interested in furniture. Are you thinking about living on your own or something?
Oh no. My dad and I were just talking about redecorating the house. Brand new furniture is expensive, so I've been checking out these recycled ones.
Oh my god. They're all converging. This is what happened in the last chapter. Oh my god. How? How? Or maybe all of this was happening behind the scenes in all the chapters the entire time. And we just didn't know. Because that's a possibility.
You're changing the furniture? That's quite a big deal. Yep. My dad finally found a job recently. So we kind of want to make a fresh start out of it. Your father found a new job?
Yuchan asked her. I was thinking the same thing. That mean Rena's father was unemployed until recently?
Yeah. He didn't work for a whole year after he broke up with my mom. I was so upset. I was always telling him to go get a job already.
Rena explained that with her usual smile, so it took me a moment to realize how serious it was. What she said was true. Her parents were divorced. She wasn't living a very good family environment. Rena talked about it like it was nothing.
Your mother and father broke up? Yep. They got divorced in Ibaraki. That's why my dad and I came back to Himizawa. My dad couldn't get over the divorce for a long time though. He was always just sleeping or daydreaming.
Divorces and breakups always wound deeper. Always wound deeper the more they loved their partner. It's not really a bad thing that your father was hurt so much.
That's a romantic way to put it. Anyway, I eventually found out that he was spending a lot of money at the bar. I was shocked when I looked at our bank account.
Rena's mom is a famous designer. Her family used to make tons of money. So her father got lots of settlement money upon the divorce. That's why he was able to pay for the living expenses for a while. Perhaps that's why it took him so long to get back on track. Well, I'm a cough. Or like clear my throat, I guess. That's true. If he had no money, he would have had no choice but to work. He would have had no time to be depressed if he kept himself busy. That's true. Sad, but true. It's tough leaving an ordinary pattern of life. It can really mess up people's cycles. I understand, because I was that way for a while after I left the academy.
Staying at home like a hermit is the worst thing you can do.
You're exactly right, Rika-chan. Oh my god.
You're exactly right, Rika-chan.
No, now he's talking directly to the freaking audience. Telling us staying at home like a hermit is the worst thing you can do. While 90% of the people who play this game are doing that exact thing. He knows. He knows.
That's why I had a talk with him. We talked about his responsibility as the head of the household and as a parent.
You always look like you're fooling around, but you're actually the most reliable person in this group. I'm impressed that you even spoke to your father like that.
It wasn't a big deal. I was shocked at first. I found out that my dad was spending his money on some lady. As his daughter, it really hurt to find that out. And then, what did you do? Well, it was no good to be thinking about it on my own. I just kept thinking in a negative way. So I spoke to Michan about it.
All I did was listen to her. Rena was the one that faced her problems and came to the conclusion of talking with her dad about them. I didn't give her any advice. But that was the important thing. Talking to people about your problems can calm you down a lot. What is happening? What is going on? I'm actually so confused. What are these life lessons that we've been learning? Why are we what? Why are we talking about this? Is that so? She overcame it just by talking to Sis. Maybe her problem wasn't that serious. Oh my god, don't say that.
That's not true, Shi-chan. Before I spoke to Michan, all I thought about was how to hurt that lady. But I realized that wasn't a good solution at all. Talking it out with him was the important thing. So what happened after you spoke with him? Well, we concluded that he wasn't moving on because of the money. So he transferred the funds to a different account, and I took charge of them. Now my dad has to get an allowance from me every month.
That's crazy, actually. Wow.
Ho ho ho. It's as though you're the parent now.
Everyone else laughed along with Satoko. I wasn't sure if I should laugh, but I saw Rena was laughing too. Anyway, the money was keeping her father from moving on. As soon as he remembered the value of money, he stopped going to that shady bar and got a job.
It really was perfect timing. He was getting ready to pay the down payment for this lady's apartment. That would have been a mess.
Talk about it like it's nothing, but it's a pretty serious story. Family could have been ruined.
That's true. If I didn't talk to Michan and kept on thinking about it on my own, I don't know where I would have been by now. I think I probably would have tried to kill that lady.
Oh my god. Okay, Rena. I mean, it's good you can open up to your friends like this, but goodness gracious. Oh my god. Everyone laughed at hearing such a dangerous thing coming out of Rena's mouth. Our Rena would never. Rena laughed too. But I saw something serious in her eyes. Probably true that she once thought about murdering that lady. She seduced Rena's father so she could get that money out of him. Knowing how short-tempered I am, I might do the same if that happened to me. I think she made the right decision in talking to Mion, instead of being irrational. I'm impressed. It's not that easy to talk about your family issues.
I know. It took me a while to make the decision to talk to Michan. But that one dream changed everything.
A dream?
A dream? Yep. Every night in bed, I'd think about my problems. So I was troubled even in my dreams. In my dream, I thought about what would happen to me if I didn't do anything. I don't know if what I saw was my imagination or prediction of the future. In my dream, I saw that lady living with us in our home. My dad and I don't smoke, but there is an ashtray in the living room. The futon in our guest bed was now hers.
Guest room.
In the bathroom, there was a toothbrush and shampoo I'd never choose to buy. It was an unusual sight. That must have been very difficult and disgusting situation.
Satoko never told me, but I heard she also lost her parents. I heard that she went through tough times when she was taken in by her aunt and uncle. Someone told me about that once. Satoko seemed to understand Rena's pain very well.
Yes, it was a really disheartening situation. Eventually, I felt like I didn't belong there anymore, and something urged me to kill her.
That sounds so realistic for a dream. What happened after that?
I realized I was a murderer. I didn't want anybody to find out about it, and I stopped trusting everyone. I spent all day at the place I buried her. I was afraid that if I left that place, somebody would find out I killed her.
That's a nightmare. I'm glad it was just a dream for you.
I don't know. I wonder if that was just a dream. I think I saw my future. That would have happened if I didn't do anything about the situation. I woke up the next morning shaking in fear. I even felt like I smelled her perfume at home. I wondered when that dream was going to come true. I was so afraid, and that pushed me to talk to Michan.
I remember Rena coming up to me and telling me that she had a secret to tell me. I honestly thought she'd gotten a positive on a pregnancy test. What? Who? Freaking who? Teiji? Jesus! No! God, why would you think that? She's like, what, 13, 14? Come on. Well, I can guess it is a rural village. I can talk about it like this now, but it was very serious then.
Michan is a really dependable person. She listened to me and guided me through a solution. Eventually, we decided that I needed to talk with him face to face. Perhaps it wasn't just a dream. You're right. I think it was more than that. Without that dream, it's possible that you never would have spoken to Mion. That could have changed your life dramatically.
Dream, huh? Huh? You've had dreams too, Shio? Oh boy. Everyone's gonna come out with their alternate realities. Shion said something in a small voice. Only Mion picked up on what it was. I don't know what she said. Based on Mion's reaction, she must have said something serious. By the way, Shion usually went to school in Okinomiya. However, she'd been coming to school in Himizawa lately. I didn't know why she chose to come this far. She seemed to be having fun taking care of Satoko. Wow, that's actually surprising. I had no idea what brought Shion and Satoko together. Wait, weren't they on bad terms once? Huh? Is that true? Were they always that close, or not? Huh?
Now I know. It's important to talk to other people.
I know! Oh my god. We'll have fun in a normal way. We'll laugh together in a normal way. We'll fall in love in a normal way. We won't doubt each other. We'll trust each other.
Friends have greater meaning than I thought. You can talk to them about anything. I finally came to realize that.
This only works if your friends are good people. This only works. But to be fair, you should only be friends with good people that treat you right, so you know, it all works out if you're good at choosing your friends. But that last quote of Rena's is so, oh my gosh. Have fun in a normal way, laugh together in a normal way, fall in love in a normal way. We won't doubt each other. We'll trust each other. Oh my goodness. You're right. Resolve not only your family issue, you also realize the importance of friendship.
Yeah. If anyone is troubled by something, I want to help. I really do. I want everyone to think that they can talk to me about their problems. Me, Rina say something very important right now.
Rika-chan is right. We all nodded at her, without joking around. A moment later, we heard someone locking the door. We were all surprised. The person didn't mean to lock the door. She must have locked it by accident, not knowing that it was already open. I have a theory I just thought of, but it includes spoilers that haven't been revealed yet. Gosh dang it. I don't even know if it's true though. And I can say it, right? I don't even know if it's true. I don't even know, though. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Okay. So what if, for some reason, Hanyu, the girl, gets mad that she beat the cycle and that Rika is going to move on, and Hanyu gets all, what about me? Right? So she's the one causing the problems by putting a spooky spell on the whoever person to make them go insane to keep it going. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know. I don't even know. Call was coming from inside the house. Is that a phrase for something? I don't know what that means. I think that's a phrase that means something. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe. She turned the knob, thinking that it was now unlocked. Huh? Is anybody inside? The lady knocked on the door. You hear several other people outside the door. Oh, sorry. Let me open it. And replied in a loud voice and walked toward the door. Heard her greeting the ladies from the town council. Hey, will you guys lend a hand? What is it? Immediately saw why Mion called us over. People from the village committee had brought another donation. It was an old cupboard. We all helped to carry it inside the room. As I walked through the door, I realized the Higurashi was starting to cry, taking over from the cicadas. What? I thought Higurashi were cicadas. Okay. Heard you're going to host the auction, Maibara-kun. Everyone thinks you're the best man for that job. We're looking forward to seeing your showmanship. Oh, I'll do my best, but please don't expect too much from me. Sure, you say. Sure, you say. You're here today so you can come up with the idea of how to sell these items. They have every reason to expect great things from you. I'll make sure I'm at my best then. The lady smiled and told me they were looking forward to it. It hadn't been that long since I moved to this village. Even these people offered me a position of huge responsibility during the festival. So you could say they've accepted me as a member of this village. It caused so much trouble where I lived before that I couldn't even go outside. They're accepting me as a member of the village? I was so happy. Felt bad that I still haven't learned all their names. Ordinary cicadas are called the semi. Higurashi are, I think, like, special nighttime cicada? But, okay. Interesting. Oh, wait, no, I think I get it. Okay. But I was going to do my best to entertain the villagers who were supporting me. What are you going to do now, Mion-chan? Are you staying here? No, we're going home now. Right, Kei-chan? Yep. Got a good idea of what we have here. I should be fine now. I'm not interested in Watsagashi, but I do still want to see his auction. Maybe I'll come to the festival too.
You absolutely must be there, Shion-chan.
Shion-san.
It'll be great fun when we all, if we all hang out together.
I disagree! She lives in Okinomiya, so she should go to the festival there.
I think Shi-chan should come. I think Mi-chan will prove entertaining if she does. Since most of us want her to be here, it's decided that she is going to come.
You hear that, sis? You'll be in my shadow on the day of the festival. But let's at least be nice to each other. Ugh. I hate you, Shion. I hate you, Shion. I hate you, Shion. Whatever Mion says, I know they're actually close. The more Mion tried to refuse her, the more it was obvious how close they really were.
Right, let's go. Make sure you get everything. I'm turning off the light now.
We made sure we didn't leave anything inside and left the room. Looked around the shrine grounds while Mion locked the door. This big place will be filled with people on the day of Watsunagashi. These grounds are going to be the site of the festival, and I can't even imagine the crowd. Really looking forward to it.
There's going to be a lot of stalls, and they'll be packed with people. You'd be surprised, I think. I wish they'd quit being stingy and hold something every season instead of once a year.
That reminds me, there is someone who visits every season. Oh, VampyTK! Who are you talking about? Oh, I know who you mean. That photographer I met the other day, isn't it? What was his name?
You know Tomitake, Ichi?
That's right, it was Tomitake-san. I met him on my way back home. Rena and Mion told me about him. Despite his burly frame, he's a fairly modest guy. Comes here every year to take pictures, right?
That is what he claims, at least. Oh ho ho.
Whenever I see him, I feel like Watsunagashi is close by. After Watsunagashi, the beginning of summer. The beginning of terrible, terrible things.
That's true. But the cicadas are already crying because it's gotten hot early this year. I heard on TV that this year is unusual. It's something to do with a thing called global warming.
I love a hot summer. It's not a proper summer if it's cool. Yeah, I agree. I like the different climates of the seasons. Cool summers and warm winters disappoint me. We've got to be as passionate as the hot summer too. How many of us are going to be there at the festival? It's going to be a battle of the 6 evils. What?
Once again, we'll have a great Watsunagashi this year. I agree. I hope we'll have lots of fun.
Hey, Rena, don't you know? When Rika-chan says something like that, it's not just what she hopes for. It's a prediction. Rika-chan is telling us that it's going to be great. It really is going to be great. That's our fate. Right, Rika-chan?
Yes, that's our fate.
Rika-chan smiled with a nipa. Her smile assured me that the day of Watsunagashi was going to be a great one for us. Okay, but like, what comes after that, you know? Watsunagashi is always good. What about after that? Like when the clock strikes midnight, everything is terrible. The auction won't be starting right away, will it? Nah. It's going to be right before the ritual dance, so we'll have plenty of time to hang out together.
Indeed. It's your first festival. You deserve to have fun.
After Kei-chan's auction, we get to see Rika-chama's ritual dance? Sounds good to me.
That means I don't get to see Keiichi the whole time. I have to stand by for the dance.
You're going to be in the show too, Rika-chan? What is that dance all about? You're going to do something traditional because you're the shrine maiden?
There's a dance and a ceremony for paying respect to the cotton inside the food time. You should root for Rika-chan too, Keiichi-kun. You see, when Rika-chan dances in her shrine maiden outfit, it's just so cute! I'm taking her home with me!
I've never seen a shrill shrine maiden. A real shrine maiden before. Sure, Rika-chan really will look adorable. I was looking more and more forward to the Watsunagashi festival. Rena, Mion, Shion, Satoko, Rika-chan, and I. 6 of us will definitely have a great time there. How many more days did we have? Never been this excited about a festival of my life. And then it was the day of the festival, and everything went great. And then it was the day after the festival, and everybody's dead. Nighttime. Okay. Satoko's snore. Oh, now we're Rika. Okay. Satoko's snoring sounded so subtle while I stood by the window. Satoko? I could tell that she was sound asleep.
She snores so cutely.
Hanyu laughs and tries to poke Satoko's nose. I looked up at the sky. Nothing was different about the moon, but the moonlight seemed warmer than usual to me.
Rika, you seem to be in a good mood. Yes, I think I am?
I realized that only after Hanyu pointed it out. I really was in a very good mood. Otherwise, I wouldn't be enjoying the view of the sky on a humid night like this. I felt like bringing a toast to the moon. He rooted around the back of the closet, and he spoke to me, sounding noticeably upset.
Rika, don't you even think about drinking. I deserve it. Just tonight.
Hanyu doesn't like alcohol. If I drink, Hanyu will also taste it, so she always complains when I try to drink. Oh my god. That's why I usually drink only when Hanyu is far away from me. Of course, she'll know right away when I do, but it's too late by then.
No, you can't. You're too young to be drinking. It's my body. I'm going to make my own decisions. No, I hate alcohol. You can't drink. I don't want to fight with you tonight. I'll dilute it with orange juice so you can handle the taste. Is that a deal? That's not the point. I hate being drunk. So you can't drink.
Hanyu jumped around and complained. She was making a lot of noise right where Satoko was sleeping.
Stop that. You're gonna wake her up. No, I'm not. Remember, you're the only one who can hear me. Blah.
Ah.
Just who do you think you are?
I went to the refrigerator and took out a pack of orange juice and the spicy kimchi I typically use for her punishment. Oh my god, for her punishment.
Oh. Let me ask you a question. Would you prefer if I ate this spicy kimchi to punish you? Or drink a sweet orange juice cocktail while enjoying this beautiful moon instead?
And you clenched her lips while jumping up and down, ready to burst into tears. You should be disciplined for being that noisy. But she never has been, since I'm the only one who can hear her. Besides, she's like air, so I can't even— Satoko doesn't know about my drinking habit.
What time do you think it is? What time do you think it is?
No. No. They can hear Hanyu, they can't see Hanyu. Because Hanyu is the one jumping around, not Rika. They can hear her, but they can't see her. Fell asleep again after speaking.
See, she was bothered by you jumping around like that. You nighttime nuisance. Oh.
It's like I'm the only one who can see her. I'm usually the only one who can hear the noise she makes. However, it's not the case all the time. Hanyu does exist in this world. Sometimes people can actually hear and feel her existence. She is Oyashiro-sama. The presence. She's the footsteps. It has to be. It has to be. It can't be anything else. She is the footsteps. So the footsteps are real. And she is real. And they just feel her around them. I can't believe she can induce paranoia just by being near people. Oh my god. And that makes sense now because of the whole Rika thing with Shion. Because Shion was trying to measure her footsteps. And she was just matching, you know? It was... okay. That has to be it. It has to be it. It doesn't happen too often, and most people think that they just heard some random noise. Based on my experience, people who are in a critical condition like Satoko tend to hear her more often. Okay, yeah. So they just gotta be weak-minded. And... yeah. When I say critical condition, I mean who've reached the L4 stage, as Irie would describe it. At that stage, there's nothing that can be done anymore. Ooh! Yes! Finally! 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 I've been waiting and freaking waiting for 7 chapters to learn about this for real. Finally! Are we gonna actually learn about it, or are we just gonna skip over it? L4 stage. Stages. There are stages. They will feel the existence and hear the noise of someone they can't see. That'll really mess with their mind. And he stopped jumping up and down and gave up as I started pouring alcohol into my glass. I wasn't drinking. Okay, so they're just gonna pass right by it. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. We'll explain it later then, I guess. It's fine. I wasn't drinking because I wanted to be mean to Hanyu. In fact, I always wished she would enjoy it too. I poured only a little bit of wine inside the glass and diluted it with plenty of orange juice. In fact, this cocktail is pretty much just juice. Also put some crushed ice inside the glass. With that, looked like a real cocktail they serve at a bar.
See, Hanyu, it's very diluted.
Licked the edge of the glass to see how she'd react.
I guess it's not that bad. Good. I'll be drinking this tonight. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore, alright?
I knew I'd been scared of that kimchi punishment for a while. As I put it back inside the refrigerator, she seemed relieved. Took the glass and headed back to the window. There was no breeze, but it seemed a little bit cooler.
Hey, Hanyu. Do you feel that something is different this time? Are you talking about Keiichi and Rena? Shion too. Everyone remembers a little bit about their past. They seem to be using those memories to avoid their fatal mistakes. I don't think it would be that surprising if this was happening individually, but I find it very strange that it's happening to everyone all at once. I know I often use board games as examples of fate, but I feel like this is the same lucky chance as rolling all 6s on 3 die.
What, all 6s on... Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that's a good way to describe it in the sense that we're starting closest to your desired future. But I don't think this is the miracle you've been waiting for.
I knew what she was trying to say. She was telling me not to expect too much. The die is designed to have 6 sides. It's not a miracle if I roll and get a 6. True miracles when I roll it once, but get a 10. Just like what happened with Keiichi in my previous life. In other words, a miracle is something that would normally never happen. Keiichi gave the doll to Mion. Rena spoke with her father. Shion started taking care of Satoko after remembering her promise to Satoshi. It was all because they had those intentions somewhere in their hearts. It was only a side of the die that was engraved there already. So someone has to do something that would be completely, what? But there's timelines where anything is possible, right? If we're going everywhere all at once, logic. But still, even if you couldn't call 3 dice rolling this, well, a miracle, it did mean good fortune.
I'm sure it was God's way of celebrating you finally feeling motivated to change your fate.
Thought you were one of the gods.
You only treat me like a god when you're trying to tease me. I was just kidding. Don't get upset. Anyway, that's why I'm in such a good mood tonight.
Lifted up the glass of orange wine and gave a toast to the moon. Tasted like nothing but sweet orange juice. It was funny to see Hanyu making a happy face as I took a sip.
I wonder if I can escape the death of 1983 this time. If our goal is to escape from this board, then I don't think we'll ever have such fortune and start again. No matter how hard I tried to prevent things from happening, there were some things I could never control. Such a huge letdown when that happens. Even after trying so hard, everything renders my efforts infertile. Infertile? I'm pretty sure they mean futile, right? Not infertile. A very weird typo? Interesting. I'd probably been wasting my time for so long because I've been trying to escape from that pain. Infertile, won't bear fruit. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. For the first time in my life, then, I've been blessed with a favorable situation. Everything seems perfect in this world. No reason for me to be depressed. If the weather is perfect and the wind is blowing in just the right way. If I failed to put out my ship to sea, there was nothing to pin the blame on. I understood what Honey was trying to say with a concerned look on her face. If I didn't escape my death under this fortunate situation, I have to accept that my fate wasn't something that could be changed. This was an ideal world where all my friends overcame their problems. I was always in a depressing world. This time, all the pieces of the puzzle matched. If I couldn't change my fate in this world, it was proof that I couldn't change it in any world.
That was the ending that I've been afraid of for a long time. The loss of hope and the death of my soul. Of the pair of us, I was probably the one who would die. Anya will most likely remain there, even if my spirit disappears. She must be afraid of being alone after I lose myself. That's why she's telling me not to expect too much. I bit down on an ice chip inside my mouth. It was pleasantly cold.
Anu, I know we've been over this many times, but I want you to think about me again. Sure. You want to know why you're being murdered in 1983? Yes. A strong will becomes fate. That means the reason I get murdered this year is because of someone's strong will. I think you're right. Who will benefit from killing Rika Furude? That person has a strong will? There must be a clear motive for them doing so. Might sound odd coming from me, but I think most people like Rika Furude today. I don't think any villagers would have the motive to kill me. People who live in this village are all fond of you. Thanks to you. Oh. I'm just showing you my appreciation. Anyway, we know now that the Sonozaki family is not the culprit. I have no idea who else would want to kill me. You know, this village is supposed to be the safest place in the world for you. You're right. Supposed to be. There are plenty of people who would protect me here.
It's ironic. For a long time, I've been refusing help from all those people who are trying to keep me safe.
Rika, I think we should rely on EDA.
People in this village love and cherish me. No matter what, they never save me when I try to escape this fate of my death. I spoke to several villagers in the past. They never believed me. None of them saved me in the end. Probably didn't believe me because I had no idea who was trying to kill me, or what their motive was. If I could explain that, people might be more accepting of my story. There's nothing I can do about that. No one would believe a little girl saying that she's going to be killed without rhyme or reason. All they think of me is the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama and the leader of the Furude family. They do cherish me. They won't protect me with their lives. On the other hand, EDA and his people are totally different. They realize how special I am. They would try to make sure that nothing happens to me. If I confessed to them that my life was in danger, I'm sure they would do their best to prevent it. They have all the means to protect me from a violent end. However, none of it really worked in the past. Not like they're unreliable. Because of Takano. The one responsible for protecting me also gets killed on the same day every time. In other words, asking her for help was completely useless. She's very reliable, but she also isn't. It's ironic that I'm the only one who knows the reason why they can never save me.
I wonder if that's the murderer's plan. Tomitake and Takano get killed because they're my guardians. Then I get killed after.
Oh wait, no, here we go.
Tomitake and Takano get killed because they're my guardians, and then I get killed after that. I think Takano's death is definitely related to your own. It's the same fate. I mean, the same suspect is killing them for the same motive. I might be able to alter my own outcome by preventing their deaths. I don't know if you remember, but we've tried that once before.
The deaths of Takano and Tomitake mean the loss of my protection. Because the two of them die, the suspect is able to kill me. So I've tried to prevent their deaths somehow. They never believed me. I tried so hard to persuade them, but they didn't listen. I eventually gave up, just thought of their deaths as fated to happen. The same hopeless feeling I used to have toward my parents when I was able to go farther back in time. When I found out that death was inevitable, I lost interest in them. For all that time had passed, I forgot how hard I used to try to prevent my parents' deaths.
Besides, I thought you hated EDA and his people. Yeah, they look at us as nothing but their guinea pigs.
Support them so I can help Satoko. It disgusts me to think that they're only using me as a test subject. I'm resenting EDA for that reason. Still, I should try to get closer to him. After all, he's the only person who understands how important I am. He's the main person I should be talking to. And he has the most potential for protecting me. Can't avoid seeking help from him just because I don't like him. I've asked him for help several times before. Tomitake and Takano get murdered even so, and it ruins everything. With their deaths, Irie panics and becomes useless. So I gave up on seeking help from him. But in this world, I've been blessed with a positive situation. I will never have as lucky a start as this again. This is the best chance I'll ever get, so I should give it my best shot. I really don't like him at all. But he's not a bad person. I should respect him more. He's serious about helping Satsuko. He's not as much of a mad scientist as I'm inclined to think. Takano's a strange person too, but she's also someone who can give me support. She thinks I'm only her guinea pig, but I don't really want her help. Tomitake is more reliable than Takano, but the biggest problem is that he only visits the village a few times a year. On top of that, he always dies before I get killed, so he can never help me. However, they really are the people I should be talking to. If I can change the fate of their deaths, they should be able to save me from my own. It's possible that the only reason I lived until 1982 was because of their effort.
I'm going to approach them once more and do what I can to try and save them. Oh, don't worry. I expect they'll be murdered anyways, so I'm not getting my hopes up. So I'll be fine, even if this hope's betrayed. Oh, you're such a cruel girl.
I chuckled at her comment.
If they can escape their fated deaths, then I'm sure they'll greatly influence my own destiny as well. And this time I'm going to try talking to them with the assumption they'll still be killed. In short, I'll talk to them about how I'll be protected from my coming danger after they die. If they issue such orders, maybe the guard around me will be strengthened after they do.
That is... See how the protection, I just don't really understand. And why does Irie know that Rika is important? Because of the prediction stuff? She can, and like, he actually believes her? So I think he's just saying that to say that. I don't think he actually believes that. The protection they provide is probably the highest standard of security I could hope for. Yet I lose that the moment Tomitake and Takano die. So I never have their protection after Watanagashi. And therefore, I get killed too. In other words, that's it. Whoever possesses the strong will to kill me actually just wants me dead. Yet, so as long as those two are alive, there's tight security all around Hinamizawa. That prevents the killer from getting to me. So, to kill me, they must first kill Tomitake and Takano, the heart of that security. Then my protection falls away, leaving me exposed.
The more I reason it out, the more I realize their fates are connected to mine. Thinking from that point of view, my destiny becomes inescapable the moment I abandon them to die. You should know what you have to do first then. Yes, I have to think about saving their lives before thinking about mine.
It's kind of ironic. I gave up on them because I was more determined to save my own life. I finally came to the conclusion that I have to help them first before helping myself. But there's something I still don't understand. Someone with convictions this strong is trying to kill me for some equally strong motive. Yet no matter how often I debate it, I still can't think of anyone who'd benefit from my death. Not only that, there should only be people who'd want to protect me. Especially since they would do anything to protect me in the present environment. It even eliminated my mother. To be perfectly honest, I don't even care about her anymore. I never got along with her. She's the only one who took my father's death the wrong way, making a huge deal out of it like she did. She got what she deserved. I'm a valuable guinea pig for them, and I can be a bomb too. No one benefits from making me explode. There's only disaster awaiting them if that happens. Lots of people will be lost, and nobody would gain anything from that. According to Takano, my death would be like the eruption of a volcano in the middle of the village. I'm not interested in what happens after my death, but they're really concerned about it. They're watching me every day to ensure I don't accidentally hit my head on the corner of a block of tofu and die. It's fair to say that they are here in order to prevent the eruption from happening. I'd be suspicious of them if they were going to benefit in some way from my death. But, as everyone knows, that can't possibly be the case. My death would create nothing but a disaster. They're benefiting from my being alive right now.
Perhaps it's not about gain, but about grudge.
Maybe someone has a strong grudge against my family and kills me not knowing I'm like a bomb to this village. That's why I was suspicious of the three families, especially the Sonozaki family. However, after observing them in numerous worlds, I feel like that's not the case. I felt that way in several lives, but it always had something to do with that incident with Keiichi and the doll. It's clear that there's nothing going on between the Sonozaki family and mine.
In that case, it must be some religious fanatic.
It's not about profit or a grudge. It might be someone who's secretly a deranged occultist. We've already had a series of murders 4 years in a row under the name of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Timing-wise, it would somewhat interesting if I, the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama, were killed on the 5th year. I couldn't stand to be murdered for such a whimsical reason, but such a motive actually seemed fitting. Ironically, I would have to suspect Takano, if that's the case. He's well known for being an eccentric researcher of local histories. He's only interested in the villager's history because she already knows who I am. She's doing the research based on the notion that I'm important. But she should have no reason to kill me. She would desire to keep me close to her, as a research example. Hard to believe that she would kill her favorite toy. She might be willing to kill someone who would try to harm her little toy, though.
I will never find out, no matter how hard I think. I just know that someone is definitely going to kill me. I don't care about anything else, as long as I can escape that fate.
No, I take that back. I want to escape my deadly fate, but I also want all of my friends to be happy. And I want the rest of my life to be happy too. I want to hide myself in the forest forever just to get away from my murderer. In fact, I've tried that once before, but I still met with the same ending. Living in the forest was a horrible experience. I think I was able to survive until July that time. Might be the longest I've ever lived. I smiled bitterly and finished off the rest of the orange wine in the glass. I have to talk to Irie again. I don't like him, but his people are my only hope.
It's getting late. I should go to sleep now. I think so too. Good night.
I lay down and closed my eyes. I couldn't fall asleep right away. Suddenly, I remembered Rena's words out of nowhere. It was no good when I was thinking about it on my own. I wasn't thinking about it on my own. I was talking it out with Hanyu. Now I know. It's important to talk to other people. Friends have greater meaning than I thought. You can talk to them about anything. I finally realized that. If I asked Takano for help, should I also talk to Keiichi? I told him before in my previous lives, but he never believed me then. Well, this time's different.
Higurashi, when they cry.
I think it has to be someone not from the village. It has to be an outsider. I think. So that is Irie, Takano, Mitake, Oishi, maybe. Probably not, honestly. But it can't be anyone in the village. It's not going to be just some random person. It has to be one of the ones that we know. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. It has to be a character we know. And I don't know. I don't know. She says they're her guardians, but they're not really her guardians physically. It's just that when they die, she is doomed to die. It's not like they're actually like protecting, you know? The only person I can think of is Irie. Yeah, I mean, he is a doctor, but he also dies. They all die. And the first one, I don't know the order, if it's Umitake first or Takano first. Posture check! Don't worry, my posture is pretty good. I've been protecting that posture. Also, hydrate. Good. Thank you. I think protection is literal. Really? Maybe they'll all live this time. Doubt. Mostly, look at tip. The two of us. Anyu and Rika. Rika Furude always thought that there were 4 members in her family. She could clearly see all of us. Her father, her mother, and me. She had no idea I was invisible to anyone else but her. My appearance is a little different from human beings. I may otherwise look like a person, but I can't hide my horns. It's obvious that I'm not human. I'd hoped that Rika has seen me since she was a baby. She wouldn't be bothered by my ugly horns at all. That home came true. Just as chicks believe whatever they see first is their parent, Rika accepted me as part of her family as a matter of course. Even though I have these horns, Rika and I have been close ever since the day she accepted me as her family member. I became closer to her than her parents. I couldn't even remember the last time I was able to communicate with someone. Well, it's basically like having a twin inside your body. You know, of course they're going to be close. Spend all day together. But her family, especially her mother, denied my existence. Since her mother so strongly denied me, Rika and her mother became distant. Rika didn't learn certain things that many children learn from their mothers. That's why I taught her instead. Kind of ironic how that made her mother resent Rika even more. Rika used to fight with her mother a lot about how she talked. I guess she picked up some bad habits from me. Besides the fact that she didn't get along with her mother, Rika was a pretty normal girl. She was just like Satoko. She loved running around in the woods and doing mischievous things. However, in June 1983, Rika's life was taken. All we want is a happy life for Rika. My power only allows us to search for the path leading to that. It's awful to repeat the same tragedy over and over again. Although it's devastating, we can still find happiness within this endless world. Rika Furude's destiny is a tragic dead end. I'm secretly enjoying the fact that I get to spend more time with her than what normal people can enjoy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That she's like, yay, Rika! Oh no, Rika! Yay, Rika! You know? It's not just Rika. They may not see or hear me, but being with Satoko, Mion, Rena, and Keiichi is also very fun. I can never be one of them, but I can still be by their side. Interesting. Interesting is all I'll say. Very interesting. Very freaking interesting. Save again just cuz. I think I'm very EP today, so I think I'm gonna end it here. But thank you guys for joining along in more Higurashi. We'll definitely keep going, of course. Of course. But I'm so EP. So, next time. Have a good day. Have a good fight. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Where's my bye?